Hey everyone, it's Steph. I am reporting from my house in Brooklyn, and this is the first episode of my mental wellness channel. Last week I decided to start a mental wellness channel just completely on a whim. I have no idea what I'm doing other than I just want to do something like this for fun, and I had some people respond to my email about certain topics that they want to talk about, which is awesome. But for today, since it's the first episode, I was kind of thinking about what I wanted to say for the first episode. Basically, this channel, my goal is to create a space where people can come and check out the videos and get inspired and find little tricks and tools of things that can help them throughout the day and better their lives. So I'm gonna talk about check-in. I'm sure you have no idea what that means, but I figured I wanted to talk about the power of check-in. This is an exercise that I learned first in high school. In drama class, we would do this thing called check-in at the beginning of every class, and it's actually an exercise that's helped me a lot over the years, and I still do it in my own sort of way. And basically what check-in is in the class, all the students would sit around in a circle, and then each person would go around and say either what they did that weekend or something cool that they wanted to share. And the whole point was to go around in the circle and each person would say something and the entire class would listen. I really liked starting class that way because it forced us all to connect with one another, to communicate with one another, to say something, and to also listen. So I always thought that was kind of cool, a way to check in with everybody and like really just promote the action of connection with people. So I've continued check-in in my own way over the years, which has helped me a lot with my state of mind and my emotional, I guess, stance. And I've included check-in in such a way where obviously I'm a writer, and so I write all the time, and I've kept a journal my entire life, and I use check-in as a way to level myself out. So for example, I could go a few days without writing something in my journal or checking in with myself and saying like, you know, how am I doing today? How am I feeling today? That kind of thing. And if I go a few days without really checking in with myself, I start to feel a little bit nuts. So I've used check-in as a way to keep myself in a good space. So as an exercise, as a tip and a tool, try doing a check-in. So you could do this in several different ways. The way that works for me is writing, because that's what I do, that's my creative outlet, and that's the thing that comes the most natural to me. So maybe that could be something that you could use. I like to write as a check-in. So it'll come something along the lines of like, you know, I open my journal, I say the date or whatever, this is my check-in, and I really just allow myself the time and the space to really sort of dissolve anything that's going on. I could just write out my feelings. I'm feeling this, I'm dealing with that, I feel anxious or angry or upset or whatever it may be, and I just write it out because it's a good way for me to flesh things out. And this is something that's worked for me, and sometimes that's all it takes for me to just completely level out and get a lot of things off my chest. So the power of check-in. It's important to check in with where you're at, because sometimes you can go days or weeks or months without really examining where you're at, what you're feeling, what you're dealing with, and that can cause a lot of stress, and stress that can come up in unexpected ways. I know that that's true for me, where if there's certain things that I haven't dealt with emotionally, I'll get sick, or I'll cry for no reason, or I'll have anxiety that I can't describe. So I use CheckIn as a way to kind of keep me level, and I give myself the permission to feel whatever the feelings that I'm dealing with. And it's just a really awesome exercise, and I really hope that some of you guys try it if that's something that you're looking for. It works for me, and hopefully it works for you. And yeah, so also I just wanted to say that if there's anything that you guys want to talk about, again, hit me up on my email, stephlangemusic@gmail.com. I have a couple of topics that I really want to talk about in the coming episodes. One of them was somebody had emailed me about how to overcome anxiety. So I'm definitely going to do an episode on that, ways to overcome anxiety. And also another person hit me up about like how to change your view of yourself, which I think is a super cool topic. So I'm excited to talk about that. So yeah, this is the first video. I'm gonna try and keep them super short. I just want this to be fun and like a conversation, and I hope you enjoy it. Thanks.